Hello, welcome, Merry Meet. Now I'm going to have a reading for Aries, a love reading for April. So let's see, Aries, what's in store for you. It seems like some of you in the early past have maybe made a choice when it comes to money. Maybe you feel like, some of you feel like your money or your economy is an obstacle for love, or in the way of love, standing in the way, because it seems like some of you have had a true love that you cherished and loved deeply. And for those of you that are in an existing relationship, maybe in the early past, that money has contributed to obstacles in the way of your love. For those of you that are single, maybe you feel, like I said, that money is in the way to make that choice, or to have that love. Maybe some of you have ended a relationship that with someone that you love dearly, and maybe some of you feel quite drained when it comes to love, especially in the early past, and that now in April it seems like many of you are resisting change in your life, and by refusing to adapt, and yeah, refusing to adapt, and by that you're creating an atmosphere of stagnation around you. Maybe you feel that the energy is letting you down. Like you are, like a heavy burden is weighing on your shoulders, you know? And life can be pretty boring now in April, especially when this card comes upside down for the present and for April. I feel like your life is pretty boring, and it seems like something has not been changed for a long time. Everything just seemed to continue like it always has been. Like everything is continuing as before, and life seems to have lost its purpose in some way for many of you. And boredom and laziness and loss of energy seems to poisoning your days. I feel like you are so tired that you just is not capable of doing anything with it. And it seems like there's nothing you can do about it at the moment. And as I said, that it seems like you don't have the energy to go out and find love, you know, or to do anything about your love life, especially if you are with a fire sign. It seems like if you are in an established relationship, that things have been getting pretty boring, that things haven't changed for a while, that there needs some, and a lot to do with this is that you feel like you are tired or not capable of doing anything with it. I feel like many of you are maybe obsessed, especially if you are single, but it can be also for those of you that are in a relationship, that there is too much focus on power and control, that there seems to be more than enough passion between you, but that's all, you know. Maybe some of you need to seek help from the outside by seeking advice from someone that is a psychologist or psychiatrist, or someone that can teach you or something new, you know, so that you can build up your life again and get out of this treadmill of boredom and laziness and the lack of energy. I feel like there's no exciting feeling when it comes to life. As I said earlier, that life might be pretty boring at this time in April, you know, and that maybe someone from your past or from your childhood, or let me see. And I feel like some of you are going to feel like it's time to cut some ties that bind you to the past in the near future. That because it seems like the past is holding you back in some way, or it is an obstacle for getting anywhere. It seems like there's a lot of nostalgia and sentimentality that makes you vision or you view unclear. The past that you are seeing might not really be quite realistic. It might be unrealistic, and that it destroys also the power and the capability to move forward both creatively and emotionally. Sometimes these memories might not be as wonderful as you see them as, you know. Maybe your school time was difficult, or your family didn't support you, and that it seems like you might have a way of putting the blame on all of the problems, on all of this negatively memories and past. You know, that you might have a tendency to put all the blame for all your problems on your past, and that you're letting this stand in the way of starting over and create something new. And when you do that, you know, very little is won. A new start has to be if and maybe also a wholeheartedly contribution to live in the presence, you know. And that, as I said, maybe you are obsessed with someone from your past. For those of you that are single, I feel like they're, how can I put this? I feel like they're, because maybe you have experienced bad memories, maybe you had a traumatic childhood, or maybe your start in life wasn't the best, you know, and that you are putting the blame on all of this so that you don't create something new and start something new, because you are only looking behind yourself instead of looking what you already have. And I feel also that there is a tendency to use words in a negative way. Maybe someone has a hold on you. Maybe you are obsessed with this past relationship, or your memories that you're holding dearly on to them. And that is an obstacle for finding new love. And for those of you that are in a relationship, as I said, there seems to be a stagnation, and there will be a new beginning. Just so I can say that right away, there will be a new beginning, but it demands that you leave the past behind and live now in the presence wholeheartedly, you know. Try to start over. And if your past isn't quite well, or your relationship, for those of you that are in an existing relationship, that you had some experience together that have been very harsh. Maybe the relationship has been through a lot of trial and error, and that is what's keeping you together. Maybe for some of you it's time to start over and leave things behind, but for some of you, you just need to blow a little life into your relationship again, because it seems like for many of you there's been some stagnation, and it seems like a lot of things haven't changed for a while. To try to be creative and live wholeheartedly in the present, and leave the past behind, because it's not leading you anywhere, is it? To recapture maybe the red signs and the red flags, is cautioning you that there is, for some of you that are afraid of a new love, that there is a lot of red flags that is cautioning you. But as I said, you are looking back at the past, your past, instead of to the future. And for those of you that are in an existing relationship, you need to recapture romance and allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, because you know, Aries, you are a very creative sign, and you have a lot of youthfulness, and many of you have a youthful spirit long into your 60s, so recapture romance again by allowing your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And remember, your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together if you are calling in your soulmate, for those of you that are single. Maybe some of you will meet someone at your work, and as I said, the main message for you, Aries, for April is leave your past behind and blow some new life into your relationship or your life in general. Because as I said, it seems like there hasn't been a lot of change. And that though you might feel like you don't have the energy, the cards are telling me that you really do. But the reason you are lacking this energy is because you are living too much in the past. So the message for you is to lead, act, prioritize, do some effort in a matter of the heart, the energy of this card can both help and hinder. Examine the role that you play in your relationships. Do you take the lead and guide the direction of the relationship? Or do you follow the other person? If you lead, are you forcing your will on the other person? If you follow, are your own needs being met? A solid relationship involves give and take, lead and follow. There has to be an even exchange of energy, and this is true for all relationships, And this card reminds you to guide and not to dominate. And This card focuses on the intellectual rather than the emotional side of the relationship. How is the relationship serving those involved? If a relationship is to be healthy and strong, everyone's needs must be met. There has to be sufficient structure and order so that each person knows the boundaries. Each person must make the relationship a priority and put effort into making it strong. Finally, the decision made in and about the relationship must be based on sounding reasoning rather than pure ego. And if you're looking for a romantic relationship, are you, for those of you that are single, are you actively searching, or are you hoping someone will simply just show up in your life? This card stands for action, and of being proactive, not reactive. Take the lead, network, make yourself available. The affirmation that you can tell yourself is that I ensure that my relationships are healthy and that each person's needs are met. And that is the first advice, and I will give you two more, because you also got healing begins in crown chakra. And as I said about the past, release, heal, get some advice from a teacher or a psychiatrist or something like that, like I said, and hope is also standing and is associated with this card. The energies around you now are guiding you towards a better place and concerning dealings of the heart. These energies brings new information, new ideas and new people to you. They will assist you in evaluating your current situation and help you improve it. Even good situations can be made better. What are your hopes and dreams around relationships? Be comforted that you're being moved in their direction. As I said, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmation and visualizations help bring you together. And as I said, be comforted because that you're being moved in their direction. And that this is a time of healing, a time to let go of the past issues and move steadily forward. Better times are just around the corner. The letting go may include difficult relationships, the need to control, the fear of being alone, or anything else that's causing stress and unhappiness. And by releasing them, you free yourself to embrace the supportive energy around you. Allow it to carry you onward and let the healing begin. And you also got crown chakra, so that is the seventh chakra, and the element that it stands for is thoughts. Keywords are often I know. The crown chakra is located at the top of the head and has been called the thousand-petaled lotus, or the receiver of light. This chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinite, and your higher consciousness. It's the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. And the crown center is the area where ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. To enchant this chakra, sit quietly and visualize a lotus bud on the top of your head. Visualize a lotus bud on the top of your head. As the bud blossoms, see a shower of whitish violet sparkling light shining down from the universe onto the lotus, filling and nurturing it. When complete, simply let the vision fade away. Expanding this chakra opens you to receiving the ultimate bliss, divine love. Take comfort in knowing that you are cherished. So that is the main meaning of the crown chakra and the exercise that you can do. I also must say this, that I feel like maybe some of you are very pessimistic when it comes to the future. And remember that you can have a private reading if you want to know what that's all about. And then you can contact me on earthangeltarot@hotmail.com and Nightwitch Tarot on Facebook. So I will leave it at that. So good luck, Aries, and put the past behind you and look forward. Make this, your sign is the start of the zodiac, and it's spring, and spring stands for creativity and new ideas and new beginnings. And use this month of April to start over, leave the past behind and look forward into the future, because when you do that, you will see that things will change. And remember, embrace the help around you. If you need a psychiatrist, or if you're just choosing to learn something new, or whatever you choose to do, it's good. It's a good choice as long as you leave the past behind, because it's not serving you and doing you any good anymore. Thank you so much for listening, and blessed be. Like and subscribe. I would deeply appreciate. Thank you so much for listening, and take care, Aries, and happy birthday to every Aries out there. Happy birthday. I have a son that is Aries. So grab life and start over, because that's something you're good at. Use your creativity. Bye. Blessed be.